What's going on, guys? It's Jake Reid coming back at you with episode 24, I believe it is, of the Pittsburgh Pirates franchise. So we're almost a quarter of the way to 100. I don't know that we'll ever get to 100 on this franchise, so it's just a joke. But we got some big things to catch you guys up on today, and then I think I'm going to try and play this game. I'm going to do like a player lock or something, or a quick manage. I'm not sure, because I don't have a ton of time. So we're not going to play the full game, but lots of things to catch you guys up on. Number one is our record that you'll see up there, is that we're 14-0. That's kind of ridiculous. And the team's performing really well. As you can see, we swept the Cincinnati Reds in the first series. Then we swept Milwaukee in what was a 2-game series. Then we swept the Dodgers in a 3-game series. Then we just swept the Rockies in a 4-game series, and then we pulled out one win over Chicago here, a 10-1 victory over Hyun-Jin Ryu. And players are playing really well. The bats are super hot right now, so we might have to crank up the difficulty, but I'm just enjoying it at the moment. I haven't bothered to change anything. I do have some big injuries to note, and that's kind of going to be tough to work through as a team. But I did want to show you guys that, we are playing really well. We might have to crank up the difficulty again and see what happens. But in terms of the roster and the injuries, I want to get to that first because that's really important. So we have 2 huge injuries on the team. Josh Bell, who is essentially our best offensive player, got injured for the season, and then our second best offensive player in Starling Marte got injured. And I shouldn't say for the season; these guys are going to be out for 1 to 2 months. Where is the injury tab at? I want to show you guys. Am I just missing it? I got to be missing it. There's definitely an injuries tab here somewhere. Contract trade, scouting, transactions. What am I missing here? I don't know how I'm missing the injuries tab, but there's definitely injuries somewhere around here. Anyway, we'll go ahead and see if we can get the information in here or not. Josh Bell had a broken shin. I know that much. So you can see he's on the 60-day IL. And hopefully I find the injured list at some point along here. But he's injured. He's out for 1 to 2 months. And then it said, actually, I think he's out for a definite 2 months. And then Starling Marte is out for 1 to 2 months. The weird thing about it is neither of these injuries came on a play where these guys were doing anything. Like Josh Bell was standing at third base. We hit a ball out of play on like a foul ball or something, and he was injured right after that. So I was like, how do you get injured just standing there at third base? I don't know if he tried to dive into the base or something. It doesn't make any sense to me, but 2 of our best players are injured here. And so we had to make some moves to adjust to that. And so what we did is we had to bring up another fielder, because we can't just have 3 fielders. And I know I have Frazier who can play outfield and stuff like that, but I need somebody else that's capable of playing center field. And so we just had to do it. We brought up Travis Swaggerty. Now, he was batting like 350 down in AAA, so I'm pretty confident that he'll be all right up here. He has improved. He's up to a 72 with A potential, good fielding stats, good speed, good stealing, better contact than he was when he was up here before. So I'm pretty confident that he'll do well, and we're going to try and work him in because we don't want to waste his talent being up here on the bench or something like that. So we're going to work him in quite a bit with Ubiashi, but the cool thing about that is that leaves Ubiashi a starting job, and that's kind of what he was looking for the entire time. Now, he's only batting 250. He does have 5 home runs, which is really nice to see. But the door is open at left field here, and this might be what pushes us to finally move on from Marte. I really don't want to do it because Marte is my favorite player. I don't want to move on from Marte, but being that we made the moves to bring in Malik Smith and Austin Meadows, there might be some things that we have to do in terms of the outfield, in terms of, like Travis Swaggerty. I want him up, and he's really important to my future goals, so we'll see what happens with him moving forward. But that's really important for us. Everybody else is batting really well. Cole Tucker is one of our best players so far. He finally, the power is there, and I don't know how it's there, but he's hitting home runs over and over again. He's got 5 home runs, and most of those have come within recent days. He's batting .490. He's just a monster right now, and I hope that he keeps going up because he's super hot. And then we have third baseman Vlad Jr., and I do have to comment on this because I know you guys are noticing it right now. We had to give Vlad Jr. a haircut. I just couldn't handle it anymore. The dreadlocks that they have in this game are horrible. They don't look anything like real life. They look like freaking I don't even know what to call it. It just looks horrible compared to the real hair. So we gave him a haircut and made it black. He doesn't look the best. I'm a little bit bothered by the fact that I kind of started this franchise before they actually put his player model into the game. So that's as best as we're going to get with it. I want to give you guys that notice before you see him in game and you're like, who's that at third base? Or like, why does he not have his blonde dreadlocks? And I just couldn't take it anymore. It didn't look realistic at all. It looked horrible. And so it didn't look like his hair. It just didn't. So I changed that. And then Colin Moran down here batting really well. But the big change, Josh Bell injured over at first base with a broken shin, which is a big injury. And so he went down from a 97 to a 94. I assume that's morale playing a factor there. Yeah, he's unhappy because of it, which is fine. But we'll get him back towards the end of the season, which will be really nice. But the unfortunate thing about that is that he's not going to be winning any awards this season, I assume, if he's going to be out for that long. But that Rule 5 draft pick, AJ Reid, that we brought in, I told you guys that it was a good idea, and it's already paying off, because with that Josh Bell injury, AJ Reid's able to step up and fill that gap pretty nicely. I mean, he's not nearly as good of a player as Josh Bell is at this point, but he's got the power to fill in at the spot that he needs to. He's batting .409 currently. He's only hit 2 home runs, but that's because of limited playing time. So in what he's done so far, .409 average with 2 home runs is pretty damn good. And I'm excited to get to see more of him in replacement of Josh Bell until Josh Bell gets back. In terms of catcher, Jorge Alfaro went up to an 85. So he's looking pretty good so far. I think that's confidence-wise, and then Elias Diaz backing him up. Elias Diaz was not doing so hot to begin, but then I just had a game with him where I went like 4 for 5 or something and hit a home run, and so he's doing pretty well as a catcher there. And then pitching-wise, everybody's pretty much living up to where they should be, and then, our ERAs are getting down there to where I want them to be. I'm doing ridiculously well with Reynaldo Lopez. 0 ERA through 3 games, just phenomenal. I almost threw a no-hitter with Michael Kopech, but that got jinxed by the commentators in the 6th inning. He let up 1 hit, and then he almost threw a shutout, and he let up his energy just ran out in the 9th inning. So we can't quite go for a shutout with him yet because he doesn't have the stamina for it. But everybody performing pretty well, ERA-wise. Everybody's under 3, which is what I like to see. Doing really well with my pitching staff, which is exactly what I wanted to see. With every single one of them, I'm doing really well. So let's go ahead. We're going to jump into a game. And I think because this is an update, maybe what I'll do is I'll just quick manage it for you guys. And just get to show you guys kind of a quick manage scenario, what I get to do. And maybe, you know what, we might get a loss for it, but we'll see. I wouldn't mind getting my first loss after 14 wins. It's not that big of a deal. Alright, so it's going to be... Actually, you know what? It's Mitch Keller, and we're going against Keuchel. Yeah, I'm confident in what we got going. We're not going to play any of these guys yet. We might play... I'm going to play Alfaro. Mix him in. And then... First baseman AJ Reid. We might put in somebody in his spot for this game. Put in Frazier, could put in Harrison. We brought up, that's the other one I wanted to say. We brought up Josh Harrison to help fill out the infield because of Bell going down, and so we had to make some moves. We brought up the signing of Harrison turns out to be actually a decent signing, so we brought him up from AAA. We put a couple guys from AA up into AAA, and then filled in AA with a couple single A guys. So things working out pretty nicely here so far, and we're gonna roll with it like it is. Considering maybe putting in Colin Moran at first base. Yeah, that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna put Colin Moran at first base and give him a shot this game. We're just gonna quick manage through it. So hopefully we can get somebody or some offense at least going here early on. There we go. Colin Moran, I made a good decision. Already hit a solo home run for us. And Vladdy Jr. with the new haircut. Must be good mojo. 2 home runs early on. I'm hoping... Yeah, Mitch Keller gives up the solo. That's fine. I was going to say, I hope I can kind of... I hate that. Stolen base with 20 speed and 9 stealing. That would never happen in-game, but then when you do these quick manages, that happens. You're going to steal second. Caught stealing. That's fine. How about Almora? Okay. Pick off at first. Keep him from stealing, because otherwise they're just going to steal at will. There we go. Double play. So you just got to, when you do quick manage like this, you got to be cautious and, like, literally pick off any batter at first base or try to once, because otherwise a guy like that with 20 speed is going to go ahead and steal a base on you, and I think that's a little bit ridiculous. That's a double. That's not good. Oh, Mitch Keller gives up a 3-run home run. That's not good. Let's see if our offense can kind of come back here. This might be our first loss trying to quick manage a game. Oh, and 2 more runs scored. Oh, yikes. Okay, yeah, I screwed this one up. I'm not sure that I'm gonna save this result, because he just gave up 8 runs, and I was doing a 150 ERA with him. All right. Sorry about this, but I'm not accepting that result. 8 runs allowed through 5 innings. I'm okay getting a loss, but I'm not okay with the quick manage giving me 8 runs earned with a guy that has a 150 ERA through 2 games. So, yeah, we'll go ahead. Yeah, that gives us a 10-2 loss. Anyway, I'll see you guys in the next one. That's the update for today. I'll bring you guys back in and give you an actual whole game here coming up soon. Maybe against Cincinnati. We'll see. But I hope you guys are interested in the franchise. If you are still, I know I'm getting quite a few viewers on it, so I do appreciate all your support on the channel. I like mixing in the franchise content with the tips and tricks videos, so hopefully you guys find interest in it as well. I'll see you guys in the next video. I hope you guys leave a like, subscribe to the channel, and comment as always. I'll see you guys in the next one, like I said, probably 5 times already, and I say 5 times on every video. And I hope you guys have a great rest of your day. I'll see you guys.